Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Celina Pereira. I love makeup and I'm from Sydney, Australia. Today's video is going to be a full face using beauty bakery products. I have literally sat down to film this video. I think this is the 4th time that I've filmed this, and every time it has either been like I haven't been in the groove of filming, or the footage hasn't been right, or just something has gone wrong. So finally I think this is going to be a success to finally film and get this up for you guys. I'm filming this video for you guys first and foremost because I love Beauty Bakerie as a brand, and I'll get into more about the brand and why I love the brand so much in a minute. But also because they just launched their brand new cake mix foundation. There's been a lot of reviews of this foundation online, both positive and negative reviews. So I guess I just wanted to add to that, let you guys know what I think of the product. Also, before I get any further into this video, I'm not sponsored by Beauty Bakerie. I'm not an affiliate of Beauty Bakerie or anything like that. I bought this with my own money. I ordered this product when it came out, the day it came out. I have put this product to test over the past 2 weeks. So this is not a first impressions. This is me having tried all of these products for at least 5-6 times. Some of these products even more than that. Some of these products are staples that I use in every video that you guys have seen. Now, the other thing that I will just very quickly say before we get into the video and all that kind of stuff is, even though I'm not an affiliate of Beauty Bakerie, I do have a referral link that you can use if you choose to shop with Beauty Bakerie. I'll have it linked down below. Basically, it's not an affiliate, so I don't get paid or anything like that, but basically if you click the link and you purchase through the link, you will get free shipping first and foremost. Beauty Bakerie does offer free shipping over, I think it's $150 for international orders, but you can obviously get free shipping for less than that if you use my link. And basically what I get in return is I get money off for my next purchase with Beauty Bakerie. So I don't get like any money transferred to me. It's not like an affiliate code, it's not like a discount code, it's nothing like that. It's literally just, it's a referral link. So it's, I've told you, go and buy from Beauty Bakerie. I love their products, they're amazing. And if you choose to do that, they just reward me by basically giving me some money off when I purchase products from them. So that's, wanted to put that one out there. I will leave a link down below. You can use it if you want. If you don't want to, that's also fine. It's totally cool, whatever you want to do. I actually have that link at the bottom of all of my videos in kind of like my discount codes area. Before we get into this video, be sure you subscribe to my channel, and if you're not, we got a problem. Just listen, subscribe. That way, listen, I don't have problems. I just want peace in the world. I want love. I want tranquility. Just press the subscribe button. It's down below. It's a big red button. It's a big red button. You can't miss it. So just click the button. Also be sure to like this video because you know you're going to enjoy it. And without further ado, if you guys want to learn a bit more about Beauty Bakerie and see all the products being put to test on my skin, then please keep on watching. So firstly, I'm actually going to do my brows just because I think it's way easier that way. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Beauty Bakerie BROWnies. So basically, this is the only brow product that Beauty Bakerie currently carries. And basically, it is a brow pomade, brow gel. This one is in the shade brown, and basically this is what the lid looks like. And then it comes in a kind of glass component. 75 brush from Kat Von D. This is the brush that has like those like spikes through it. I've actually been really liking this to do my brows. Technically it's for powder, but I've been loving it for everything, so I'm gonna use it with this product today. It's very pigmented. It goes on very, very creamy, almost like more creamy than what I guess we're used to seeing in these kinds of products. It almost feels like a mousse when you're applying it. This product is waterproof, so if you go swimming, this will not come off. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and finished off my brows. As you can see, they are done. So moving on, I want to go ahead now and apply some primer. So the first primer that I want to use is the new TATCHA Silk Canvas Primer. This is one of those primers that you don't want to overdo it. And just apply it in the areas that I've got kind of a bit more texture, more pores. And now, for the next Beauty Bakerie product, I'm going to use the Beauty Bakerie Wake and Bake Baking Oil. But basically, this is just a beauty oil. You can use this mixed in with your foundation, or you can use it underneath foundation as like a primer. Instructions of the Cake Mix Foundation is to use the Wake and Bake oil with it. Now, to be honest, I have used it with it. I've used it without it, and I haven't had any issues with the foundation. So I just take that oil, do about 4 drops in my hand, and then just pat them. Okay, moving on to the foundation, which is what we all want to see. So I have here 2 shades of the Beauty Bakerie Cake Mix Foundation. Now I also want to add that I've used this foundation probably about 10 times at this point. Primer wise, I feel like any primer works with this foundation. So I've got 2 shades here. Like I said, I have this shade 39 and the shade 43. Now, here is, I guess, something that I thought was really amazing the Beauty Bakerie did with this foundation. And I don't know how many customers they did this with, or if they did this with everyone. I don't really know, because I obviously bought this with my own money. This foundation, I ordered shade 39, which is this shade right here. In the parcel, I saw 2 boxes of foundation. So I was about to contact them, and then I looked through the box further, and there was a card, which I've thrown the card away now, and I should have kept it for this video. But basically, it was a card that said that it is hard to buy foundations online, and so they have given me the next shade that I could be, like the closest shade. Shade 39, which is the shade that I ordered, is the shade that I use because it is the best match for me. But I will swatch both of them for you. Now, the component is a glass frosted bottle. The packaging has the kind of bronze finish, which I really like. Everyone does rose gold, but I love that this is a bronze. The box is adorable. I actually have the box sitting in this little square right behind me. All of the shades actually go in order from dark to light. So meaning that shade 1 is actually the darkest shade, whereas normally shade 1 is the lightest shade. So that's really, really interesting. Also, all the shades go up in increments of 2. So the first shade is shade 1, then shade 3, shade 5, shade 7, so on and so forth. And I'm guessing the reason that they did that was to include more shades in between, possibly different undertones, you know, possibly like, you know, in between shades. So already 30 shades is a great start, especially for an indie brand. Like, you guys gotta remember, this is an indie brand, and they're doing things, they are going way above and beyond some of the massive brands that you would find in Sephora, which is absolutely amazing. So these are the 2 foundation shades swatch. This one here, which is the more kind of golden shade, is shade 39, which is the shade that I tend to use. And then you have next to it the shade 43, and that is the lighter shade that they sent. So going into the shade 39, I'm just gonna shake this up, and I'm gonna apply 2 pumps to the back of my hand. That's usually what I use for my whole face, so that's how much product we're looking at right there. Now, I'm going to take also the Beauty Bakerie Blending Egg. So, Beauty Bakerie came out with their own blending sponges. They're called the Blending Eggs. They come in a pack of 6, and the pack of 6 is $18. Yes, $18 for 6. That's $3 each. That's even better than a Real Techniques beauty sponge. So, price is absolutely amazing on these, and they really do work amazing. They feel quite similar to the Real Techniques sponges, so they're a little bit more dense than a beauty blender. But to be honest, I really, really love them, and they are pink. This is what they look like here. I just love them. So I'm just taking the product straight from the beauty blender onto my skin. Now, I would say that this foundation has a demi matte finish, which is exactly what it describes. It's not a really drying matte, but it's definitely not dewy. It doesn't have any shine. It doesn't budge, it doesn't go anywhere, which I absolutely love. I don't feel like it dries out my skin, and just remember, guys, I have combo to dry skin, so I do get an oily T-zone, but the rest of my skin is quite dry. My under eyes get very dry. Around the perimeter of my face, I do get quite dry. Dry scalp, all that kind of stuff. And to be honest, I've had no issues with this foundation. I think it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful during the day. It doesn't go anywhere. Quite quick drying. So I would not recommend to dot all over your skin and then go ahead and blend. I would take it straight from the brush or straight from the sponge and just go ahead and apply it. This does also apply really nicely with a brush. I've used it with a brush and I've had no issues. The one I would recommend, which is my favorite foundation brush, is the Tarte Flawless Blending brush. I'll leave a photo of it on the screen somewhere because I can never remember what it's called. That brush, when I use with this foundation, I do get a little bit more coverage, but I feel like it is just a little bit more streaky, so I do feel like I still need to go in with a beauty blender just to go ahead and just blend out any of those streaks that are going on. Moving on to concealer. Beauty Bakerie does have their own concealers. They are called the Cake Face concealers. So again, going with that whole cake themed. Now, I will not be using these concealers with this foundation today. It's really funny because normally brands make products to go with each other. It could just be my skin personally. Like I said, I do have combo to dry skin and I do have very dry under eyes. So what I find is that the Cake Face Concealer, I love it just with other foundations, with more hydrating foundations, but with this foundation I feel like it looks too powdery, it is too drying, and makes my under eyes look like they are 30 years older than what they are. So I've used with a lot of different foundations because I've been testing these concealers over the last few months. Even to wear them on their own, they are quite nice as well. Again, they are a very different formula to a normal type of concealer. They dry very quickly. So what I recommend to do is to apply them under one eye, blend it out, other eye, blend it out, and the other parts of the face, and blend them out straight away. In saying that as well, I also don't like to use them with a beauty blender. I feel like it doesn't really blend them out properly, and I will go in with my Morphe G40 brush to blend out these concealers. I feel like it is the best way to get the best finish. I have the shade here, Mug Life, which is my highlighting shade. I've got the shade Pro-Caffeinating, which I use kind of like a spot concealer. And then I've got the shade Cool Beans, which is my contouring shade. But for concealer today with this foundation, I'm going to go with my Tarte Shape Tape. I use the shade Light Neutral. Nothing to see here. There's no tea to spill with this. It just works really well with this foundation. But having said that, I've used many different concealers with this foundation. You don't necessarily need to use the Tarte Shape Tape. There's so many other concealers that work well with this foundation. I'm going to use the same blending sponge, and I might use the brush as well if I have to, but I might not. We'll just see how we go here. Alright, there is the concealer all blended in. Now we're going to go ahead and use some powder. Now this is a holy grail of mine from Beauty Bakerie. I raved on about this powder so many times, and this is none other than the Flower Powder. I'm going to go ahead and use the yellow shade. For me personally, I feel the yellow shade gives me more brightness, so I have been really liking this shade more recently. And I'm just going to take that underneath the eyes and in all the areas that I applied concealer, so on the forehead, between the brows. So I'm going to let that sit there for a minute, and in the meantime, I think I'm going to go ahead and work on the eyes. Do It for the Gram eyeshadow palette, and I think this is so the palette on the inside looks like this. It says Got MILF on the top, and then these are the shades here. The one thing I will say about all Beauty Bakerie palettes that do kind of annoy me, I'm just going to be honest, is that none of them have mirrors, including the face palettes, which we'll get into when we finish off the skin. But all the other matte shades are beautiful. The shimmer shades are stunning. I'm going to show you into this really bright kind of orangey red shade that's right here. I'm gonna take that on a Morphe M433 brush, almost in the lid, like in the real lower crease, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend this out. So don't worry too much if this is messy. Don't worry about the lid, because this shade right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and just blend out that orange, so you can see that this color, it's the one color that does disappoint me about this palette. A Morphe R40 brush. And I'm going to go ahead now and take this, and I'm just going to take this just onto the very outer parts of the eye. And as you can see, it's a very soft look. It's nothing too crazy. The mattes in this are not too intense. Beauty Bakerie does have a range of cream eyeshadows, which is called their Ice Creams, which I actually haven't tried personally because I'm not a real cream shadow person, but they do have some amazing gel liners. The gel liners are called Gelatos, and this one's in the shade Black Milk, which is literally just a black gel liner. I've used this one probably once, but I've used the white one a couple of times as well. So I'm going to use this as a base for today's eyeshadow. This smudging brush from Sephora. It's the number 11 Pro Smudge Brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of that eyeliner, and basically I'm just going to apply it onto the lid. I'm just going to start at the lash line, and I'm just going to just slowly take it up. Alright, so once it's done, I'm going to take this brush here from Morphe. It's a Morphe E18 brush, and I'm just going to go kind of just over that. It's got no products on it, and I'm just going to diffuse that a little bit. Now that my base is on, I'm going to go ahead and take this gorgeous kind of green duochrome bronze situation that we have here. I'm just going to take it on a flat brush. This is my signature brush that is broken, that you all know about. And I'm just going to take that, and I'm going to spritz the brush with a little bit of makeup setting spray. And I'll just take that, and I'm going to apply it straight over the black base. And the black base really just makes it look more green. Now I'm just going to take whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to blend kind of the edges. So don't worry if it's going to go into the crease a little bit. I don't want like a really intense like precise look. I kind of want this more blown out effect. Alright, so that is the top lash line all done. I did just go ahead and just wipe away the excess of any fallout. Let's now go ahead and work on the rest of the skin. I got a couple more products to show you, and then we'll do the lower lash line, finish off with lashes and all that kind of stuff at the very, very end. So, alright, so now going ahead and taking the Beauty Bakerie Coffee and Cocoa palette. I'm not going to turn it up all the way because I do have a broken colour in here, which is very sad. That's one thing I also noticed with the Beauty Bakerie face product formula is that the shimmer shadows are very, very delicate. So please be careful when you're traveling with them. I don't think really they're the best for traveling because they are so delicate. The mattes tend to be okay, but the shimmers I just find to be a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use the shade Deja Brew. It's a Morphe R10 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and use that and just go ahead and just start bronzing up the cheeks. And I hope I don't go too ham with this because I can't really see what I'm doing in this mirror. It's a tiny mirror, but let's hope that I'm not going to go too crazy. So that is how we are looking with bronzer on. I think we're looking really nice and bronzy, like we've just been out in the sun, getting a tan. I really like this bronzer. I think it's beautiful, and as you can see, for me, it's just give me sun vibes from MAC. Now, before I move into highlight, I am going to spritz my skin with a little bit of setting spray just to kind of help melt all the powders together. I'd like to do that before I apply my highlight. So I'm just going to use the Makeup Cosmetica Makeup Perfecting Mist. This is new. I actually received this as a birthday gift, so thanks Mecca. And I've just been trying it out. It's in like a really cute like travel-ish size bottle. So now while that's drying down, I'm gonna just go ahead and explain the next product. So the other palette they have is the Scoops Elysees palette. So cute. Now same thing again with this. The highlighting shade did break, and it actually broke pretty recently, which was sad. I love this highlight down here. So we've got here the shade Bignet, which is the highlighter. Again, it's broken, so I can't really tilt the palette too far forward. That's kind of, and I'm just gonna go ahead on the tops of the cheeks and just, I mean, are we serious? Like, I want Beauty Bakerie to bring this out as a single so I can carry just this. I can't get over this. So that's that highlight applied. I really love that, and I don't want to apply any other highlight on top of it. But the other highlight that I do want to play with and just show you is this one here from Beauty Bakerie as well, of course. It is the So Nice Illuminated. Now this is the first highlighting product they came out with, and basically it's like a loose powder highlight. So this one's in the shade Glaze, which is a really, really intense gold shade. It kind of is, I would compare it to like Trophy Wife, but it's lighter than Trophy Wife, so if you have lighter skin, you can still pull this off. That's what it looks like here. Very, very yellow as well. But I want to apply this as an inner corner and brow bone. Now with this, because it is a loose highlighter, I cannot apply this without spritzing the brush with some Fix Plus or something like that. Because it's just the nature of this product. It's so, the particles are so flary that if you don't spritz your brush with, I just feel like it doesn't stick. I'm going to apply it as a brow bone highlight and also as an inner corner highlight. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but that, honey, she is golden. So they are the two highlighting products that you can get from Beauty Bakerie. I can't wait for them to bring out single highlighters. Like, if that is on your list, Beauty Bakerie, if it's the same formula as Bignet, money maker, honey. Money maker, I'm telling you right now. I'm feeling really orange. I'm feeling very orange, so I need to tone it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shade Creme Brûlée, which is the pink shade up here. This shade, more than the other ones, has quite a bit of kickback, so, you know, she's powdery, honey. Just taking a little bit of that, and I'm just applying it to the cheeks. Alright, now I do want to very quickly just finish off the lower lash line. I'm literally just going to take the exact same matte shades from the palette, and I'm just going to run them under my lash line just to really make it all look cohesive and just make it all match. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to... Alright guys, now we are almost done with this. We've got two more products to talk about, and then we are totally finished for this video. So, going to go ahead and apply some mascara. Now, Beauty Bakerie does have their own mascara. This is the Icing mascara. It is a black waterproof mascara. Now, I know that a lot of people have an opinion about waterproof mascara. Personally, I don't mind waterproof mascara. I think there could be some benefits to it. This is what the component looks like. It's kind of like a squeezy bottle, and basically the wand looks like this. Is kind of like an hourglass shaped wand. I take the mascara and I actually just wiggle it like this on my lashes, like side to side, like this. And I feel like that just deposits the product, and then I will just go ahead and just then comb through. I feel like that way I get the most out of the product, so else I'm just sitting there for ages just trying to like build and build, build and build and build. The one thing that I do like about a waterproof mascara is that it does hold the curl of your lash. That's actually the secret, is if you curl your lashes and you apply a waterproof mascara, especially to the base of your lashes, it's gonna help to hold the curl. So that's the one thing I do really like about a waterproof mascara, and also the fact that I have very watery eyes, so I know that I'm not gonna have an issue with it running. The final step of this makeup look, and that is lips. And for those of you that know, I am a huge fan of Beauty Bakerie, of course, in general, but their liquid lips are my favorite, one of my favorite liquid lip formulas. They are in the top 3. You need like oil to get those things off. So I've got quite a number of shades, but the 2 favorite shades that I love to use are the shade Mon Cheri, which is basically this really nice, pretty red. It's a classic red. And then you've also got the shade Ginger Snap, which is another one of my favorites. This is kind of like my ideal nude, which is like a kind of really warm terracotta brown. That's what I like in a nude personally. Diamond shape applicator, because you can get really precise with your lip line. I do also have some of the old applicator, which is going back like more than 2 years, so I like to consider myself a bit of an OG. With this look, to be honest, I could go for either one of these colours, but I'm going to go with the shade Mon Cheri, and I'm going to apply that to the lips. Alright guys, now that is the shade Mon Cheri right there. Stunning colour. I absolutely love the way this looks. It is a classic red, easy to apply, very pigmented. You saw right off the bat. Obviously I just need to kind of do some overlining and just fix this situation up because I don't want to get lip filler. Alright guys, so we are back after doing all of this makeup, demoing everything, and of course you guys know I am a huge fan of Beauty Bakerie. I have been for a very long time. I discovered Beauty Bakerie a couple of years ago. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw an amazing video of basically someone putting all over their arm swatches and running underwater, putting detergent, trying to scrub it off, and it not budging. And that was obviously the lip whip formula that I am a huge fan of. I recommend this to every single person. All my friends know when I go out and my lip doesn't move, they say, "You're wearing Beauty Bakerie, aren't you? You're wearing lip whips, you're wearing what, smudge?" And honestly, all the Beauty Bakerie products perform in the same way. The foundation is totally dried down. If I take my like little mirror and I press it onto the foundation, like you get no transfer. There's no transfer, there's no foundation, there's nothing. I've got a little bit of highlight on there, but that's pretty much it. And you can see it just, it doesn't go anywhere. Now, while I do like everything from Beauty Bakerie, obviously there are products that I think are more necessity than others, and products that I think that I would recommend much quicker than others. If I was going to recommend like a few products for you guys to go out and get, number 1 would definitely be the brand new Cake Mix foundation. I think really honestly most skin types it'll work for. I think if you're really dry, maybe not, but if you are anything from normal, combo, really oily, even to use just in the areas where you need it, I think is still really, really good too. So I absolutely love the Cake Mix foundation. It is definitely one of my new favorites. I'm going to keep this. I'm probably going to take this on holidays with me because I'm going to Europe in summer, so it's going to be hot. The next product that I would recommend 100% is the Flower Setting Powder. This powder I cannot live without. I use it every single day. It not only sets your makeup, but it smooths the skin in a way that I've never seen a powder do before. I just absolutely love it. I would recommend the face palettes. Just be careful with them. Just be careful with them. Don't drop them. Travel with them, but just be very cautious as well. Maybe have them like in your handbag or your carry-on or whatever. Just be very delicate with them. They are very, very beautiful. Beautiful formula of both face palettes, both the Scoops Elysees and the Coffee and Cacao palette. And depending on what you're after, depends on what could be good for you. I honestly reckon the Beauty Bakerie should come out with those shades in singles, because I would honestly pick up like different shades and even an extension of the line as well. I love the formula there. I would pick up the blending sponges. They are brilliant. And hello, 6 for $18, even though it's in US dollars, still amazing. Like, just, yeah, fantastic. And of course, the lip whips. They are the products that I would 100% recommend. They are top of my list. They are top shelf products that I use. I gravitate to all the time. I use these products all the time. Everything else is great. I love all of Beauty Bakerie's other products, but those are like my top shelf absolute staples. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is pretty much it. Full face of Beauty Bakerie. I've tried to film this video God knows how many times, so I'm glad that I finally got to do it for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Please, that really helps me out, guys. Leave me a comment down below on what you thought of this video. Have you guys tried any Beauty Bakerie products? What do you reckon of their new foundation? What do you think of all their other products? Do you like them? Do you not? What is your opinion? Also, guys, don't forget to be subscribed to my channel. And if you're watching and not subscribed, you know that we've got a problem. Because, listen, I'm putting 110% into this relationship. I just need, you know, even just 90% back would be lovely. And also be sure to turn your notifications on so you actually get notified and you know when I've posted a video, because YouTube doesn't notify you unless you're actually clicking the bell button. You can also follow me on other social media. I'm across heaps of different platforms. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. That all is Celina J. Pereira. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Mwah.